Shut up, be quiet. Shh. Shut up, stop crying. Shh. You don't wanna, you don't wanna. You don't wanna, you don't wanna.
My wonderful team Nyalwanga. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be this lovely day. Welcome back to Nyalwanga channel. This is the home of information. In this channel, we critique, we analyze, we give advice, and we share information with our beloved subscribers and even those who decide to visit and watch us and just listen to what we are saying. So, my wonderful people, welcome to this channel. If you're here for the first time, please watch my video up to the very end. Click the subscribe button if you like what you've seen, and let's move on. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, your colleagues, and even your enemies so they can be a part of this family. If you are already a subscriber, I just want to continue thanking you for coming back to my channel, for listening, and for supporting me. Thank you very much. Don't forget to click the like button and leave a comment so I can know what you think. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we want to fry a very fat fish. This fish just happened to have been caught into our net because we don't usually look for it. We don't look for this kind of fish, but this one got caught in our net, so we want to fry it here. The one who calls himself It's Ernest. This is our fish today. This fish thinks that it's the one who has the mouth to abuse people, to bully people, to harass people, and to spew abuses and insults at people. He thinks he's the one who can go to people's backgrounds and bring information about them in public. That is not reaction. That is not reaction, and that's why we're going to talk about him today. So first of all, we just want to confirm and know what we mean by reaction. So I'm going to define reaction for them, so they know exactly what is reaction. They call themselves, oh, I'm a reactor, but what they are doing is really not reaction. So reaction is where you record yourself reacting to another person's video. Where you record yourself reacting to another person's video. Where reacting to here means responding to. So for you to react and call yourself a reactor, there has to be another person's video. So you should show people that video or refer to that video that you are reacting to. That is what is called reaction. It's technically like a literary critic. So as a literary critic actually studies a piece of work, analyzes it, and evaluates it. He studies a piece of work, he analyzes, and he evaluates a literary piece of work. That is exactly what reactors do. They study your video, they analyze it, and they evaluate it. They react to it. So what Ernest is calling ironing is not reaction. That is not reaction, and that is just being petty online. And that's what they are doing in that place called nyabohanse. They dig your personal information, and that's why these people, the day somebody decides to sue them, they will be so shocked what has hit them. Because you cannot bring people's personal information online unless they themselves have brought that information online. Because otherwise you are infringing on people's privacy. So it's honest. You are infringing on people's privacy, and you need to be told off. So when we look at what is going on in nyabohanse, these are mostly personal attacks. And when grown-ups come out on YouTube in the name of reaction and bring people's personal things online, this is missing the point. This is missing the point. Ernest has basically been talking about the Swamp King from the time of the party, simply because Marwa did not help him reach the 1,000 subscribers that he wanted. So because of that, you teamed up with the Mad Max, Ed Masubo Zero, and decided to rain abuses at I Am Marwa. But he didn't bother about you. He didn't talk about you. He has never even mentioned you in his channel. And you? What have you been doing that you call reaction? Talking about somebody online throughout your life. In the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. That's your breakfast, lunch, and supper. So you're coming here saying that, oh, you're eating our poo, you're eating our poo. You are copying exactly what D. Mwango said. You think if you don't react, people will... How many people talk about you? And how many times do people talk about you, Ernest? Zero. Like me, I've never talked about you because you are worth not talking about. I'm just talking about you because basically the way you talked about Prince Odinga's mother. That's why I'm talking about you. Otherwise, I would not waste my time on you because you are not on my lane. No, you are at my feet. I don't waste time talking about people like you. Telling Prince Odinga that you are now coming to my tingo because Prince Odinga reacted to a video that you made the previous day, castigating David, castigating Marwa, and other people anyway. So you decide that this is your tingo. Your tingo is talking about other people. You talked about David, how David took Matiko to the hospital and he has not told you people where Matiko is and nobody knows his progress. Doesn't this Matiko live in the same village with you? Hasn't he been having these issues all these years? Did you one day wake up from your wherever it is that you sit to go and see how this man is doing and see how you can help him? No. David took the initiative himself. Realized that this man needs rehabilitation. Took him all the way to Nairobi. Getting admission to Mathare, by the way, is not easy. You don't just walk in like that, so don't think it's that easy. He took him to the rehabilitation center. You don't just take somebody to a rehabilitation center and walk out. There's no outpatient there. Once somebody is admitted there, they have to go through the process. You cannot go and start filming there. There is a process that you have to follow. There are rules that you have to follow. There are things that the person who is admitted there has to admit to. And he has to follow those rules until he is released. So if that you don't understand that, go to their website and read about it. Why should David come and tell you we're living in an age of technology? You can get information is at your fingertips, my dear. So if he took the man to Nairobi, find out where and read about it and find out. He doesn't have to shoot a video to show you that this is where he is, this is the progress, this is what he's doing, this is how he's going. No. He doesn't have to tell you because if anything, you are older than David. So you're the one who should have taken that man and taken him to hospital. Where were you? Busy sitting and making Marwa videos. Now you want to come here and say, oh, where is Matiko? Where did you take Matiko? Did you ever help him? Did you ever do anything for him? He's been having challenges all this time. Where were you? You people want to latch onto something that somebody has started, but you don't have the brain or the thinking capacity to initiate anything on your own. That's why the only thing you can do is talk about Marwa or go and dig out people's backgrounds and come and spew them online. So basically, that's the education Prince Odinga gave you. And then you decide, oh, you are coming on to my tingo. And the fact that you came about talking about, for example, that Marwa needs somebody to advise him. That's why you people are coming out to react. You don't hate Marwa. You don't hate his family. It's just that this family, they do not have anybody to advise them. When Marwa started doing YouTube, did you advise him? When his father started doing the planting sugarcane, did you advise him? When Marwa came back and started building his villa or building his mother's house, did you advise him? So suddenly now, you and your henchmen have seen the need to come and advise Marwa and his family because you think they need advice. They have done all this without your advice. Let them make their mistakes. People make mistakes every day. If he made a mistake by trusting Christmas list and he was scammed, that's fine. People are scammed every day and they learn from that. That is part of life. That is part of life. Let him make his own mistakes with his own money. Don't come here that you are going to... What advice can you give somebody? Even looking at you, what advice can you give somebody? That you are trying to sort out the issue of Kohera? What issue are you trying to sort out? And what issue can you sort out? You, Ernest, what issue can you sort out? You have been solving this issue of Kohera. Tell us how you have been solving it. You have said you have been trying to solve it. How have you been solving it? Using what? Give us the progress. The progress that you update that you were asking David to give you about Matiko. You also give us the progress you have reached in trying to solve this Mrs. Kohera issue. Tell us where you have reached, because we have not had any update from you, Mr. Problem Solver. We have not had any problem for you. By reacting on YouTube, that's the progress you have been making. Reacting on YouTube. So when you react, you think you are solving somebody's problem. So you think Marwa's family needs to be advised, need to be corrected. This one family in the whole village, you have decided that they're ones that need to be corrected. So you people are the good people, the righteous people, people who don't make mistakes. So only one family needs to be corrected. Stop your nonsense and go back and deal with your own family. So because Prince Odinga reacted to you, you have come out and become nasty, very, very nasty. I watched that video and I felt it, because I wouldn't like that. You cannot take somebody's private information and bring it online in the name of reaction. Information that nobody has ever mentioned on YouTube. He knows why he kept that information private. Just like Masubo infringed on Congrats man's dignity, privacy, by bringing this man and interviewing him on TV, on YouTube, live, claiming that this is Congrats mom's husband, using her name without her consent in itself. In fact, conducting an interview without the license in itself is a crime. If somebody decides to follow him, he would find himself in trouble. Ignorant fools. So talking about your people is your tingo, and nobody should not talk about it. You claim that you have no problem with Marwa. You have no problem with their family. You do not hate them. In fact, this is the line I'm hearing from Nyabohanse and even the Black Demon every day. We do not hate Marwa's family. We do not hate them. We just want to correct them. We just want to correct them. For what? For what do you want to correct them? What did they do that they are being corrected for? I'm just repeating this again because, you know, when I look at this man, I'm so shocked that people, grown-up people, can reach this level. Yeah. So now he's so angry with Odinga. He's so angry with Odinga because Prince Odinga called him the new Marwa PA. The new Marwa PA. So he's so angry. And so this guy wants to advise Marwa. So what is his CV? What is his qualification? Did he qualify for anything? Has he ever qualified for anything? Did he even finish school? And even if he finished school, what did he get? What did he get? Can he be somebody's PA? Does he qualify to be anybody's PA? If you look at him, the way he looks, the way he talks, Can he be somebody's PA? This someone who looked like an hungry puppy the other day, a fat puppy. That's how he looked last year when he started Reaction. With a dirty green t-shirt and some shorts. So he looked so malnourished. He looked so desperate. He was carried to Nairobi for the first time last year. He had never been to Nairobi. If you go to his old videos, just look at what he looks like. This is the man who can now sit on the chair and tell people that he wants to correct a family that he is way beyond his league. Way beyond his league. He will never reach there even if he sits on that YouTube for 30 years. He will not catch up. So these are the people he wants to correct. These are the people he wants to advise. These are the people who he wants to be PA to. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Some people can be ambitious because they have caught some little money from donors. They think they have arrived. You are so far away. You are so far away. The truth is, let me tell you, Ernest, Prince Odinga's father passed away. You also came back later on and said, first of all, you started by asking Mr. Odinga, who is your father? Where is your father? And then later on, you said your father passed away when you were like a few months old. But Odinga himself has come and said his father passed away when he was about 3 years. He was about 3 years. Then later on, you contradict yourself and say Prince Odinga had not even been born. So how can this man be his stepfather when the father died before he was born? So this man must be his father. But that is beside the point. We're going by what Prince Odinga said. Prince Odinga says his father died when he was 3 years. I just want to go back to something just so that we understand what the situation is, and therefore we understand that this Ernest man is a big liar. He's a big liar. Let me go back. Prince Odinga, according to Prince Odinga, his father passed away when he was 3 years old. Now, in many African cultures, if your husband dies and you are a young woman, you can choose to remarry. You can choose to remarry. But there are 3 different ways in which people choose to remarry. 1, your husband's older brother can marry you. If this happens, it means you don't move away from your home. You continue to stay in your home. The children born by such a marriage would bear the name of the dead brother, not the name of the brother who has remarried you, but the name of the dead brother. So this was one way of just ensuring that the name of the deceased person does not die away. His name lives through his children. And especially if he already had children with the lady, then it means the children will grow up in their father's home. And even if the lady has other children from her second marriage, those children will also stay in that home. They will inherit the wealth of that man and they will bear that man's name. So that's a way of preserving the name of your brother. That is one way. The other way is getting married to somebody else, not necessarily your brother. Could be his cousin, or maybe his close relative, or maybe somebody from nearby, or even if it's somebody from far anyway. But you get married to somebody, but this man moves into your home. He moves into your home, and in this case, children born in that home still will bear the name of the deceased. So even if the children are born by whoever, even if it's a cousin or a relative, those children will bear the name of the deceased, and they will also inherit the property of the deceased. That's also another way of making sure that the man's home remains intact and his children are brought up in his own home. That's culturally accepted and it's known. Everybody knows that. So this was a way of preserving the family name so the name doesn't die out. And the last one would be where the lady decides to leave the home and get married by somebody else from afar. So she abandons the home and goes and lives in another person's home. This was not preferred. In fact, this was shunned upon by most people. It's the most shunned upon option. So most of the time you find that somebody has, the husband has passed away, but they prefer to remain in their husband's home, especially if they have children. And especially sons, you want your sons to grow up in their father's home. You want the sons not to lose that essence of being in their home. So this is exactly what Prince Odinga's mother has done. She remarried, because if the husband died when Prince Odinga was only 3 years, it means the mother was still very young. Would you rather, for example, have this kind of woman leave the home and go, randering, moving up and down, changing men with somebody else's son? Would you rather have a woman who's moving up and down from home to home, getting married here, there, or having boyfriends here and there, and she has children, or leaving the children to her mother and then moving around looking for husbands? Or would you rather have her stay in the home in a dignified way and remarry and maintain her home, stay in her home, bring up her children in her home, and carry on her husband's name? I think what Prince Odinga's mother did is dignified, is cultural, is honorable. It's something customary, and it's respected. It is respected. So when Kukuman, do you call him Kukuman or Kokoman or Koko whatever? When this Kukuman comes out to speak about this, as if Prince Odinga's mother had committed a crime and snatched someone else's husband, I was shocked, because for someone who claims he is the son of the soil, speaking for his village, he is so foolish. And that is why he cannot. How can he come and talk about something like that which he knows, which he understands, and he knows it's something that happens culturally? How can he come and now change the narrative and say you grabbed somebody's husband? Most of these people are polygamous. They marry more than one wife. So if, for example, he has a wife and he has decided to remarry Prince Odinga's mother, that is not wrong. If it's a place where polygamy is not accepted, then that's a different story. But this is a community where polygamy is practiced every day. So why does he suddenly come and make such a story that is not even true? And from what Prince Odinga said, this person is a neighbor or comes from nearby. So it means it must be a relative. So why is he bringing a story that, that's why this man cannot be anything but a village noisemaker with no prospects at all. No prospects at all. That's why he can come and say that your family and Congress and the Congress and Mr. Kohera are the same. They are causing problems in the village. What problems have they caused? What problem has Marwa's family caused in that village? This lady has been married in that home for over 30 years. All these 30 years, how come she never caused a problem? How come there were no problems until YouTube came to this village? Marwa has been doing YouTube peacefully for over 7 years before he revealed it to you people. But the moment he revealed the YouTube thing to you, now you people have decided they are the ones who are a problem in the village. You do not even know your own customs. You can come and change something that is customary and convey it in a different way online so you can have views and show how tough you are? So what pain, for example, did Congrats mom marrying Mr. Ondari cause to you people, or cause the village? What pain has it caused the village? And what pain did Prince Odinga's mother remarrying cause the village? What pain has it caused the village? Did it cause you any pain? Or you just want to come and throw stories around? And was this a reaction? If it's a reaction, exactly what video of Prince Odinga are you reacting to? Or anyone else's video for that matter? What video of somebody are you reacting to? What video talked about Odinga's mother, or Odinga's father, or Odinga's children, or Odinga selling land? Which video are you reacting to that talked about these people? Or Odinga selling land, or his mother remarrying, or his stepfather? Which video exactly? The video Odinga reacted to is a video you did yourself. I saw that video. But what you are doing is not reaction. You're simply trying to trash other people by bringing their personal life, private life to YouTube. There's a reason why people leave their private life private and their public life public. So react upon what somebody has shown you. What they have not shown you, you have no business coming to talk about. And let me educate you also. The Bible talks about a kinsman redeemer. Not redeemer actually. Redeemer. Kinsman redeemer. Let me tell you what kinsman redeemer is so you can understand what I'm trying to get at. According to the Bible, if you know the story of Boaz and Naomi, kinsman redeemers would provide an heir for a brother who died, or redeem a relative sold into slavery. They would protect those in their families who were in need. That's in Leviticus 25, 47 to 55. If you want to read it, read it. Read the story of Boaz and Naomi. If you go to Genesis 38, 8, for a man whose brother dies, it was his duty as a kinsman redeemer to marry his brother's widowed wife. That is Genesis 38, 8. You can read the rest of it and see why it is important that you marry your brother's widowed wife. So what Prince Odinga's mother did basically was what is cultural, and if you look at the Bible, you can see it also talks about that. Because you see, when your brother dies and maybe he has children, you don't want your mother going to randa all over the place. Maybe she doesn't have a job, she doesn't have a source of income, and many of these women in the village, they might not have a source of income, so they are depending on their husbands. So when the husbands die, they are helpless. They need protection, but they also need somebody who can support them and support the children. Instead of walking up and down and going to do all sorts of funny things outside there, the best thing is to stay at home. And usually maybe she finds somebody who is interested and who wants to marry her. She would rather have the person stay with her in her home. She has a home already. Why is she looking for another home? Maybe she has children. She doesn't want the children to move to another person's compound because that would be another thing altogether. They already have their home that their father left for them. So this is the most honorable thing that this lady did. So Odinga, let me tell you, you have no reason to be ashamed or to feel bad about what your mother did. And if a fool like Ernest can decide to come and bring that online, let him. It just shows how foolish and underdeveloped his brain is. Because a grown man whose brain is developed would not have talked about this online. Would not. But like I said last time, many of these negative reactors are people whose brains are not completely developed. Look at Mad Max. When he comes online and he talks, you even wonder, you wonder which hole he's coming from. As for Masubo and Gintu, and oh God, when they talk, you're shocked. You're just shocked. That's what I can say. Shocked. Sometimes I listen to them and I wonder which planet I'm living in and which planet they are coming from. That's why I don't even react to them or talk about them, because I don't want to react to nonsense. So Kukuman, when you come to YouTube to expose people's secret to people who have not asked you, do you think you're tough? You think you're very, very, very tough, eh? You feel that you are a live wire. Live wires are dangerous, yes, but only when they are exposed by fools like you. Do you even know what a live wire is? Do not even compare yourself with a live wire, because a live wire will carry power to people's homes. You are a destroyer of people's home. Is Odinga's mother or stepfather on YouTube? So why would you want to talk about them? Why would you want to talk about them? Because it makes you look tough? It makes you look tough? Now you're sitting there and saying, I want to iron you. I want to iron you. Then you come out and talk about Odinga's mother? Is that what you are ironing? Is that what you call ironing? Oh my God. Then you don't know what ironing is. Like Odinga said, you cannot challenge him because you cannot answer back to what he said. Instead, you go and dig out his mother. You can fight with people's mother, but you cannot face a man and fight with. You cannot face a man and fight with. You are a destroyer of people's homes. Why would you want to talk about Odinga's parents? Because it makes you look tough, eh? Chest thumping, sitting there on a sofa that is not even yours, and you know, abusing somebody's mother who is not even on YouTube. Okay, so now you've told us about Odinga's mother and you have told us about his stepfather. So does it add a penny to your otherwise poverty-stricken self? Does it add a penny to your otherwise poverty-stricken self? No, it doesn't. Does it make you look good? No, it doesn't. Maybe to your subscribers who listen to such nonsense. But to the face of the world, you are just a useless man. Men who cannot fight square. Men who cannot fight fair. So they stab you on the back. That is who you are. You know? That is who you are. You called Odinga a barking little puppy. You know, a barking little puppy is so nice, adorable. People want to touch the little puppy. You are a toothless bulldog. You know what people do with toothless bulldogs? They get rid of them because they are of no use to anybody. They are of no use to anybody. The only people they can scare is the children because of their sizes. But otherwise, they are useless. You're saying what Odinga's family is like Congrats' mom's family. Did Congrats' dad go to Kohera's home to raise children that are not his? He married a woman legally and is raising his children. And how many children in Kenya, if not in this world, were raised by stepfathers? Even celebrities, so many celebrities are raised by stepfathers. So what is this thing that is so special or different about being raised by a stepfather? Well, why is nyabohanse different? That you have to come here and tell us this. This is not news you're telling us. This is not news you're telling us. People's husbands die and they remarry every day. So this is not news. Tell us news. Tell us about yourself. Prince Odinga, kudos. Don't allow bullies to intimidate you. You have grown, you have matured, you have surpassed this man. When a fool attacks you, work even harder. Prove your worth to him. Work hard and grow for your mom, for your stepdad who brought you up, and your brothers and your sisters. Don't even justify yourself to him. Don't explain to him why you sold land, what you're doing in Nairobi, how you're living in Nairobi, or why you people had to say. Don't explain yourself to this fool. Leave him. Let him talk his nonsense. What he doesn't know, he doesn't know. Don't give him things to talk about. Don't feed his mouth. Leave him alone. Let him continue to be a fool. Let him continue to make stupid videos like this one, and let him think he's going somewhere. If he wants to become a fool and talk about your mother, let him. But just work hard and do something big for your mother, and show him that he has nothing and he cannot stop you. You are unstoppable. You've already gained momentum. Let that momentum grow. He doesn't even have a stand. 1 minute he's telling you that, oh, when your father died, your mother married somebody. The next minute he's telling you, oh, your father died before your mother, you were born. The next thing he's telling you, oh, who is your father? We don't know your father. So exactly what does he mean? What does he mean? It really doesn't matter whether your brother shares the same name with him. Let him not use that as an excuse to make people think that he knows you. He does not know you. You come from the same village. That's it. Like I said, he is not even creative. This poo metaphor of you're eating our poo, he picked that from D. Mwango. Now he is using it. And he is saying, if they don't drop a video, you have nothing to react to. That is such a ridiculous thing, because how many of his videos do you react to? How many? He drops a video literally every day. How many of those have you reacted to? Me personally, I've never talked or reacted to any of his videos because they are not worth it. Just because Mora reacted to his video recently and then you have reacted to his video, he thinks now his videos are so popular. No, let his subscribers continue watching. Don't they talk about Marwa every day? So what will they do the day Marwa stop dropping videos? What will they do? Because basically the life centers around Marwa. That is their lifeline. That is their hope. That is the only thing that they know. The only thing they know how to talk about is Marwa. What video did he make for people to react to? And if you're living on donations, so what? So what? If anything, he's the one who's living on donation. Just look at what he looked like 1 year ago. Look at what he looked like 1 year ago. And we have seen him fighting with donations with Masubo and Max Zero. There were 3 amigos, 3 friends. What divided them? The donations, because they could not share the donations. They were too greedy. Each one of them wanted more. Scamming donors. And then he comes here to say, oh, you know, these people are so foolish because they think, you know, the way they always say, oh, Marwa, your house was built on donations. Marwa earns a living on YouTube. Marwa has views and subscribers that will give him a lot of money each month. His house is not built on donations. There are people who supported him when he was building, but the house was built from his own sweat. Look at when D. Mwango was in Philippines. She would earn more than $10,000. How much is $10,000 in Kenya shillings? Calculate. That is not donations. You have not counted donations. So how much do you think Marwa gets when he gets some of the views that he gets? Look at some of the views he has got. He has earned enough money to build him his mansion, to build him his mother's house. So this thing of, oh, that house was built on donations, oh, Alex's house was built on donations. Usually when somebody donates something for a house, Marwa says, so and so has donated this. He said himself, I'm going to buy the iron roofs for Alex's house myself. It was not donation. But you people, because you have seen that Marwa gets donations, you think everything he has is courtesy of donation. No. And if people choose to donate, okay, tell your donors to donate to you. Why are you jealous? Tell them to donate to you so we can see if you can build a house on that donation and live on that donation. Eh? You and Max were just crying over the donations the other day, fighting over donation, which is not even so much. Now you're saying Prince Odinga is living on donation because you do not know what he's doing. And Prince Odinga, don't even tell them what you're doing. Don't even reveal to them what they're doing, what you are doing. Let them think, let them cry, let them wonder, let them scratch their heads, let them hit their heads on the walls, let them cry, but don't tell them. Let that be a puzzle that he will be trying to solve for the rest of his life. Meanwhile, move on with your life. Move on with your life. Don't fight with a fool. Don't even argue with a fool. Don't even explain anything to a fool. Let a fool remain a fool. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my take on this matter regarding Kukuman and Prince Odinga. May the Lord bless you, my wonderful subscribers, until we meet again. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.